Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and my lovely NBs. We are here live in Montana in Treasure State Arena, ready to go for the first Combine game. My name is Marcus Baylor, and to my right is Ryan Eastman. How are you doing, dude?
Doing excellent. We're back here in Montana. It doesn't seem like that long ago we were here watching the Montana Howlers complete their championship run. But we say a new season is right upon us. We have the next generation of FBA players looking to battle it out here and show off a little bit before the draft coming up in a couple weeks.
Yes, we're seeing like the top 24 that we have seen really kind of stand out throughout the combine and have been invited to try and show their skills on the actual court for the very first time. And there have been some very exciting names out there. Have there been anyone that you are going to keep an eye on in this game?
I mean, it's tough to say. We've had a wide variety. This year, we actually have probably the most centers in the top 24. I kind of want to see who's going to float to the top of them. In fact, in game two, I believe we're going to have six centers starting. So
Ooh.
be prepared for some craziness. This takes me back to 2017 when we only had one center. Um, and apparently, they decided to wait till this year for all the centers to appear.
Yeah, it just seems like that eh, for the past few years, centers have kind of been very scarce within the league. So just seeing such a major amount of bigs coming in has been very interesting. And considering that we have so many in the top 24, I'm sure each and every one of them is going to do everything they can to stand out.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about in the past at draft time guards, there's always that prototypical guard that we rated very highly that ends up slipping just due to the lack of need. And honestly, we may see the opposite this year with the centers. There's a possibility that, if you don't come out as one of the top three centers, you may find your name still on the board a little longer than you would have liked, just given how
Mhm.
many there are right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's just going to be the big question mark for a lot of these teams because we have seen a lot of major moves that have happened throughout. We see some teams that are looking to look for possibly a new center on their ranks, and they could probably look for them in the draft. So it's going to be a very important time to be a big for right now, and I'm just excited to see how things go.
And I think the players are heading down to the court now, so we're going to jump down live.
Here we go.
So we got game one here starting. The tip-off will go the way of the Stars. Uh, all 24 players will have a chance to play about 40 minutes between the two games here, switching off who's starting and what people are on what teams in game two. So, if you don't shine in game one, you always have a chance to shine in game two. As the block comes out, the defense stepping it up. But the
Yeah, but
first,
some great effort there by Francois though. So
yeah, able to lay it up and showed up quite a bit. Francois. On the other end, it's going to be Hodgson laying it up and in, battling to the post, both sides already getting it done down low. And Francois giving it over to Amato, driving to the basket, dishing to Baylor.
ooh.
Familiar name there.
Yeah, I wonder from who.
First basket going to the Bear now. Elites going to try and answer back, giving it to Linwood. Fading away. Difficult shot, not able to convert, and it's going to be Baylor with the cleanup on that miss. Amato finds
Yeah,
a
right.
lane to the basket. The finger roll's good. Quick lead for the Stars here.
Yeah, the Stars doing a really good job taking advantage of the paint, just using a little good mixture of size and speed within the game so far with getting a good lead.
And no good from the Elite there. Long shot, not going to work. And Lorenzo, the Cheetah, definitely using the speed he has to his advantage. And now it's going to be Carter, the Frog, laying it up and in.
Yeah, the defense from the Elite has not been going up to par within the paint so far, so they had to find a way to clean that up.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about how many bigs there are. I mean, we'll see in game two a little bit more of a, potentially more of a perimeter play, just given the size that will be in the post. Screens for the Elites, trying to get an open look, but now it's Baylor one-on-one. Able to get the defensive stop there, and Oakland will clean it up.
Yeah, so far Brandon's doing a good job trying to keep up with the defense within the paint. It's been rough for any of the Elite players to go by him.
Yeah, Mato spin move, dishing it back out to Francois. Francois from mid-range, almost a three-pointer, but able to convert from just inside the line. An 8-point lead early here for the Stars, and I would be surprised if the Elites maybe call a timeout just to kind of reset. I mean, obviously these players have not played together all that much unless they happen to share a team in college. And there we go from the Elites, able to finally answer.
Yeah, for the first point since really the opening possessions for the Elite. And right now we get some almost a great defensive stop there. And it looks like it's going to be turned over going to the Elites.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just a great tip, and Amato just could not collect the ball with the defense draped all over him like that. So it will be a Elites possession here.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to take advantage of that and try and change this momentum. We are starting to slowly see it shift here.
Down to Linwood. Linwood fading away a little bit there. Able to convert. Tough shot coming out for her, but not blinking at all.
Yeah, some great shots there. Now we're seeing Elite slowly creeping up. We'll see if the Stars are able to try and slow this down a little bit. And Francois not going to be able to do it this time.
Yeah, downloading the post. I know now it's going to be Angel fighting her way to the post and getting by the Big Bird, able to lay it up and in. Oakland was right in her face, but the two ended up going the way of the Ligers. Francois from beyond the arc, able to convert. First three of the night, bringing the Stars back up by 5.
Yeah, and that was just probably one of the cleanest teams you'll ever see from a rookie. And that's something you really want to see there if you're really trying to look on getting a guard this year for the draft.
Another bucket there. Back within 3. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of guards that you're not going to be in looking for one, not be able to find a good one in the draft. I think a lot of slashing style play in the top 24, but some good three-point shooters still available as well. This great matchup down low in the post, going to lay it up and in. Angel, that's her 6th point now, half of the Elite's total points so far. And Baylor going to answer back with a dunk.
What an excellent dish there from Francois. Francois is pretty much have been impacting a lot of the offense for the Stars as well. We see a quick turnover there from Amato.
Yeah, Amato, good pickup, and then from the same spot, Francois able to hit another 3. That's 6 from beyond the arc for him now.
Yeah, Francois really just showing some strut in there offensively. Really doing an excellent job there offensively for the Stars.
And not going to shut them down, though. Linwood answering back with a quick basket. Not from beyond the arc, but mid-range. Able to quiet the opponents down just a little bit. But they had to keep an eye on the Black Panther as he drives to the hoop. Gets it done from all 3 levels now.
Yeah, Francois really just showing the offensive prowess within this game. They're going to have a tough time trying to figure a way to stop him here.
And the basket not even good, but Hodge is going to clean it up with the tap back in. And it's definitely going to be tough for the Elites here if they have Francois and Amato on the floor. Both very fast players, able to get around the defense, especially with the big bodies in the post like Baylor and Oakland providing screens. And there we go, Brandon able to use a little bit of a hook shot. I know it's going to be really problematic with the fact that Bobby and Brandon got to avoid mixing them up.
Yeah, I'm sure. I hope he didn't hear you try to say his name because he's not very fond of that, to be honest with you, throughout the years that I've known him.
Okay, I'll just call him B. I can't get in trouble then. Oakland cleaning it up. She's able to pull down another board, and at her size, you have to imagine that she's going to be an absolute terror in the FBA. No good on the basket attempt from Francois. Calling for a screen. Finding a lane to the basket to be Brandon one-on-one, but the turnaround jumper, a little bit of a circus shot there, is good from Linwood. 3 for 7 so far, but 6 total points for her.
Yeah, Linwood really relying on that speed, trying to get around the polar bear. Not really a good spot for Brandon to be able to get to try to defend from the perimeter.
And Amato attacking the paint, not able to convert. It's going to be Brandon getting the offensive rebound and the conversion on the second chance attempt. Back within 6, but the Elites, they've not, ever since they had that cold start, they've been able to keep in step with the Stars here.
Yeah, that's something you really want to see in these situations here for the Elite.
That's going to be McDonald from the right sideline, showing that they can hit it too from beyond the arc.
Yeah, McDonald with his first 3 in this game so far, and I think that's going to be quite an interesting battle, trying to see who's going to be the top shooting guard within this class.
And I just said the top cheetah, because we got Kurt McDonald and Lorenzo Amato. You know, a little bit of cheetah on cheetah, see who comes out on top. Linwood from beyond the arc is able to convert despite the defense draped all over here, and tie game 24 apiece. Francois dishing it to Oakland, but giving it right back. Calling for the screen from Baylor. Sees an open lane to the basket. Driving. Goes up and converts despite the defense being right up on him.
Yeah, and Francois having a really excellent quarter so far within this game. Just seeing some great offensive prowess from him.
And sometimes we see a little bit of hesitancy in this combine game, as players sometimes are a little afraid to, make mistakes that might impact their draft status. But some players have to come in and just be confident. And if they come in nervous, they're going to make the mistakes. Baylor fighting down low in the post, does win out. A couple pump fakes required, but can eventually convert, up by 4 again. Timeout. There we go. First timeout from the Elites. I think they wanted to switch some players out. They are trying to make sure everyone gets a equal share of time in these 2 games. So good start for both teams, honestly. 24 and 28 in the first quarter is a great offensive showing with plenty of time left to even push it higher.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that it's a really good showing for the Elite after that very slow start to the game. And something like that, you can easily see young players get derailed from having a lead like that. But Elite still trying to show that they're going to continue fighting hard as they get an and one opportunity with this possession.
And that was Collins. She drove to the basket, able to get the dunk and the and one opportunity. So will, in fact, bring it back within 1 here, as Lopez will now be the one bringing up the ball for the Stars. Dishing it down low, intercepted.
Ooh.
Atwood is going to be the one to come up with it, but it's a fast break. Alley-oop to Wolfgang, dunking it down and taking the first lead for the Elites since, I believe, I don't even think they ever had a lead at this point.
Yeah, I think this is the first lead of the game, and really, though, that was just some very sloppy play in the beginning for the Stars. Not something you want to see after coming into the game like that, but Carter gets a chance to take the lead back with that layup in the paint.
Yeah, she's able to take it back immediately. Now, again, this is where some lack of chemistry can be a problem, not having a lot of opportunities to play with one another. You don't necessarily expect the player to break left, they break right, and then it's intercepted. But both teams shooting really well here tonight, and Lopez going to bring it up. See Baylor down low in the post calling for it, one-on-one. Backing down, able to get to the other side of the basket, in fact, and laying it up and in off the glass. I believe that's his 6th or 8th point in this quarter.
Yeah, and that's something that he really, really likes, trying to have that one-on-one opportunity within the paint to show a lot of ferocity in there. So, good effort.
Collins not able to convert the step-back jumper. In some ways, you got to be a little bit more willing to pass the ball up if the defense is all over you. Connor, speaking of, go try and do some isolation, but does decide to pass back out. But now the shot clock is a problem. He calls for the screen. Driving to the basket, the mismatch height advantage is not in his favor. And he tries to pass it to Baylor, but loses the ball, and that's a turnover. And another fast break opportunity for the Elites.
Yeah, that was really a rough situation. They're trying to find some kind of answer, but throwing the ball in between 2 defenders is not going to get it done, as Sabbath is able to go ahead and get that quick jumper.
Yeah, off the glass, too. I mean, that was a bit of a difficult shot, but able to convert it. Down on the somehow comes up Parks. Not able to convert the opportunity off that miss, though.
Yeah, the alley-oop attempt pretty much way too high for the polar bear to reach, but the cleanup was not going to be good. And now we see another and one opportunity after Baylor causes the foul there on the end.
Yep. Elites up by 3. Gonna see the final substitution. Baylor sitting down. Get a chance to rest for the second quarter. Facio coming in. Lopez. Sorry, Kataguri. Converts on the free throw. She's able to make the and one opportunity. Carter over to McCartney. Attacks the basket. Difficult shot, but able to convert. Almost hung in the air while going against Sabathia. Wow. I am struggling with names here tonight.
I mean, hey, these are some new players, so it'll take some time to get used to.
Yeah. Sabathia. I'm going to get the name right eventually. Carter. Giving up to Lopez. Over to Faso. Back to Parks. Keep an eye on the left side. Looks like they're drawing up a play, but no, actually, it's going to go to McCartney with 1 second left. Trying to get the shot off, and it's good.
Ooh.
But it's going to official review.
I mean, I would say that even though that this is a combine game, it's not really the most serious, but of course, it just shows that the effort is there, but it's going to be overturned here, it looks like. So we will end the quarter 36-34 with the Elites up top, but great effort there by McCartney.
Yeah, and it was a very close, like I said, it was not off by that much, but either way, the Elites came back being down and put up a quite offensive route, 36-34. You know, considering they were down, what, by 6 or 8 points at one point?
Yeah, and that once again just shows the resiliency that a lot of these players really have, and that's something you would like to see when it comes to scouting. If you're down big, how do you react in those situations? And the Elite have been able to show off pretty well here.
And Sabathia able to lay it up and in off the glass, pushing that lead even higher. Now it's going to be the Stars watching how they react to the situation they find themselves in. And this is mostly the bench players, the guys and gals we're going to see in the second game take over starting as Facio gets fouled from behind after getting the rebound off their own miss. Not able to convert, though. She's able to make the first and make the second as well.
Yeah, even though the Stars have lost a little bit of the momentum, they are still keeping on pace with the Elite so far in this game. So they have to find a way to try and cool them down on defense to possibly get the lead once again.
Ooh.
And that's not going to be the case here with that three.
Yeah, Collins able to stretch it out. She's definitely known for three-point shooting. And we saw her start with the dunk, but able to get that three to fall now. And, you know, the three game has started to pick up here for both teams, and now it's going to be Collins getting that missed opportunity. Atwood back to Collins. Over to Dunez. Dunez laying it off the glass is good. 7-point lead for the Elites now.
Yeah, and a really good finger roll around the defender there. That was a lot of paw in the face.
And it's going to be almost blocked into, another opportunity to go to the line for two here. Facio made two earlier, chance to make two more now.
Yeah, and you got to say that the Stars are doing a really good job trying to draw the foul and getting the opportunities on the charity stripe, because that's going to be one of the biggest things in the FBA as well, because the later the game goes, the more important a free throw is. So being able to learn how to draw the foul is going to be very important if you want to have a long career in this league.
Well, not just that, but being able to show you can hit your free throws. Obviously, I would not think this is a high-stress situation, but for the players, they might view it differently. But if you crack under pressure here and you can't make your free throws, how are they going to expect you to be able to do so with the game on the line, a trip to the finals potentially, or even a championship ring on the line?
Yeah, we saw that being the case in the finals of last year, between the Moonshiners and the Howlers.
Yes.
So it just shows how important even the charity stripe is within the game, no matter what stage it is.
Elites Going for a three. Collins not able to get it this time. Tejon. Dishing up to Carter. Carter one-on-one. Dangerous pass to Lopez, but Lopez is able to corral it in and get by the defender.
Yeah, excellent dish there into the paint, because it seems like the Stars have been really utilizing the paint quite a lot within the game, and I'm sure that's going to continue here, as Sabathia not going to be able to get the shot in that situation.
Yeah, and that was great defense from Tejon. Honestly, could have came away with a block there if not for the fact that Sabathia is so big. But, ooh, a misplay there as Winchester going to come up with a turnover. Dudias, alley-oop attempt, but incorrect direction on that throw, and it's going to be intercepted by Tejon.
Yeah, right now we are really... Oh!
the
alley-oop there to Carter.
The Stars wanted to show the elites how it's actually supposed to be done. As the Frog elevates and dunks it in.
Yeah, Carter, very well known for the dunks. And now the Stars really starting to answer back, possibly getting a chance to tie it. They will do that with Tejon, able to dunk it down and tying it up 45 apiece.
Yeah, the Badger took it all the way to the basket. Defense was nowhere to be seen, and it's just good court awareness. And that's the other thing is, this is opportunity for players to show that they can score, but they also need to show that they can be team players and have good awareness on the court. Not one player cannot win an FBA championship. It requires a team. Missed
very
opportunity
tough basket there.
I was going to say, two defenders draped on them.
Yeah, that's a very, very tough basket to make here with two defenders on you like that. But right now we are seeing some great defensive effort there for Stars, but it's not going to be enough there as the Elite is back up by 2.
Yeah, Sabathia able to pull in that block shot and turn around and lay it up and in. And that kind of goes back to the being very aware on the floor. The ball is going to get tipped in your direction. You have to be prepared to grab it in those second chance opportunities. Shot clock becoming a problem. Tejon, not the one you want taking the shot. Double team, gets blocked.
Yeah, even if he probably got the shot off, I would say that would be a shot clock violation at that point. So Dunya's able to get the basket here, and now they're up by 4. And even though the Stars have the higher field goal percentage, it's mainly the Elite really doing a good job trying to hamper down on defense late in this game.
Not just that, second chance opportunities. It has been going the way of the Elites. They're getting the offensive boards and putting it in, whereas the Stars, not as often. And now Carter, given the opportunity to shoot the 3, and that was great. The double team, the defense started to cheat over, so they just dished the ball back to Carter, and the Frog was able to put it in from beyond the arc.
Yeah, some great play going on for the guards in the three-point situation for the Stars. Since Francois has sat down, you have to expect someone else trying to kind of cover up the slack, and it looks like it's Carter doing that.
Well, we should expect the starters to come back out on the floor near soon, if not already. Tejon going to clean up that miss. A little short. Foley trying to drive to the basket, getting around 2 defenders, somehow sidestepping not just Linwood, but also Hodgson's. And yes, we see some of the starters are now back on the floor for both teams.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of lead changes here between both of these teams. And I'm assuming we're going to see that continue as both teams are fighting really hard so far.
Yes, McDonald calling for the screen, wanting to use his speed. But he's got Tejon all on him, but somehow able to get over the Badger. Almost having to heave it as a moonshot there to make it fall.
Yeah, there's not much you can really ask more of for Tejon on that defensively.
Zhao Jing getting the basket. Quick answer from the Stars. Obi dishing over to Linwood. McDonald keeping an eye on the post, but no, wants to go to Obi. Has a lane to the basket, but the defense is keeping them out, but still able to convert the tough shot.
Yeah, Viola doing an excellent job getting over into the paint and getting fed very well for the movement within the offensive side.
Well, and now able to generate a steal on defense, Obi. And then now a dunk attempt turned into a double clutch layup from the other side. Linwood, 5 for 10 now, 11 points total so far.
Yeah, great game offensively for Linwood so far. As right now, Zhao Xing trying to go for the mid-ranger is not going to be good. And Zhao Xing is known as a stretch big within this class. So it'll be interesting to see how well he can help stretch the defense a little bit with his abilities.
Down to Angel. Great matchup in the post. Able to just to lean back a little bit and get it to fall. 5 points for the elites now. Foley going to bring it up for the Stars. Try and answer back with a play on offense.
Ooh.
No, Linwood just going to straight up steal the ball. 1-on-2, fast break. Linwood will finish it. She lays it up and in. A 10-2 run now for the elites in the past 2 minutes.
Linwood doing a really good job against Francois in that possession, just really kind of overwhelming him a little bit.
Yeah, over to Foley. Calling for the screen. Getting into the paint, but 2 defenders there not able to convert. It's going to be Linwood pulling down the ball and bringing up the court. Up to Hodgins now. Over to Obi. Good try with the long 2. No good. Foley will clean up that miss.
Yeah. And that was a much-needed break there for the Stars. They haven't been able to get that miss. They have to find a way to utilize it on offense, though.
Yeah, that was a bit of a heat check shot there. And ooh, a massive block against Foley. And now, Francois, how do you answer with only 5 seconds? Good. Do a tough 3. No good. Angel going to come down with it.
Yeah.
Now Hodges, fast break. Elevating for the dunk. 9 points now. Call timeout, Stars.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to call timeout here, and they are going to do just that. It just seems like it's been a pretty messy start for the players coming off the bench for this game, and it's clearly they probably have to find a way to get the starters back in and try and come back within this, because now they're only down by 9, and they need to find a way to try and calm things down a little bit here.
Well, Linwood's catching on fire now for the elites, and they need to, be mindful on defense, shut them down. And we see both teams now, or at least the Stars, bringing back out Oakland. A little bit more height down in the post. Difficult shot there. I would have wished they'd like to burn the shot clock down just a little bit more. Now it's going to be McDonald dishing it over to Obi for the elites. Driving to the basket, 1-on-2. Able to convert, but most importantly, you saw there their teammates were ready to capitalize on the shot if it missed. There was no good boxing out coming out from the Stars, but McCartney finding an open look down in the post. Good, dunk it down. It's back within 9, but honestly, they need to have some stops on defense here.
Yeah, right now the Stars seem a little bit flustered here at this moment, so they need to find a way to calm things down. We got a nice block there from McCartney as he's able to pick it up. That's a great way to get things started.
It is. I mean, Francois getting a 3 here would be great, but honestly, at the moment, it needs to be a clean basket. And right now, this 1-on-1 is not in his favor height-wise, but able to somehow make it work in his favor, and that's 16 points now for the Black Panther.
Yeah, it might have a height disadvantage, but being along the perimeter and trying to put the defender on skates like that can really put you in a better position. Whew. Speaking of putting someone on skates, that spin move there by Linwood as they lay it up and in, as the elites are now up to 16-6 run so far.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a tough go for the defense here. The Stars just not able to stop them at all. Now, McCartney. Francois starting to run out of time. Francois, deep 2, is able to convert despite the shot clock being against him.
Yeah, really nice shot there. Some good defense from the elite, but you'd like to see more movement on the Stars end here. But it was a great shot there from Francois, and now the Stars are going to try to continue to slowly cut this deficit down, hopefully with this basket.
Yeah, and it was Oakland with a great defensive stop there. It wasn't a block, but you can't deny the Birds' impact on Angel. But oh, I got Obi driving to the basket and dunk it down. Whew.
Yeah, that windmill dunk was just a sight to see there from Obi. Some great way to quiet down this rowdy crowd, as that's the one thing I like about Montana. Montana fans will always just love to try and make things much more interesting here, even if it is a combine game.
Ooh, and McDonald able to get that to fall from beyond the arc. And just like that, it's a 12-point game.
Yeah, now the Stars are going to have to find a way to try and calm down the noise a little bit here within this. As we do get to see a quick basket.
Yeah, McCartney laying it up and in with only 33 seconds left to go in this half. Great scoring tonight. 70 to 60 already in the first half is a great offensive output for both teams, but it brings us to the question maybe a little bit the defensive capabilities of some of the players here, or maybe they're not playing as hard as they need to on that side of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. We don't really see a lot of... Honestly, considering the fact that there's so many bigs within this class, I didn't expect it to be 70 to 60 before the first half ended, and we see another miss there by McCartney, and that's going to do it here for the first half. That should actually almost went in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very tight window. I haven't seen a full court heave actually go in, I think, in my entire 10-year of casting sports tins, but I'm sure one eventually will.
I'm sure we'll see one in our lifetimes at some point. But some great offensive effort for both sides, but the Elites are up by 10, 70 to 60 so far. So we'll go ahead and dive right on into the stats of the first half.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, honestly, the two players that have stood out is, Linwood and Francois. Francois, for the Stars, has really been carrying them in that first quarter, and Linwood definitely picked it up more in the second. And there you see right there, 18 points for the Black Panther, 8 for 14. You want to see a bit more, obviously spreading the ball on Baylor. We didn't see him in the second quarter much after he sat, but 12 minutes, put up 12 points as well, the second highest score for the Stars, or sorry, the Stars for the moment. But that everyone's going to have to step up really on defense. As you see, there's not really a lot of blocks. A couple steals have snuck in, though. But I feel like that's been more from bad passes than good jumps on the passing lane.
Yeah, that's something that we have to also look into, because these guys are coming fresh out of either college, high school, or coming from the Euro leagues, respectively. And you're going to expect a bit of some messy play here and there, as we are looking at some of these points, as Linwood leading the fray with 13 and McDonald not too far behind with 12.
No, the Cheetah, also someone who had to bring up, getting it done a bit quieter in that second quarter, but opportunity still plenty of time. But Collins, going to the free throw line with the and one opportunities and that big dunk and that three definitely gave her quite a bit of scoring early on. But you feel like the Elites have spread the ball just a little bit more than the Stars have so far.
Yeah, you can definitely see that from the point differentiation. So far, 3 players in double digits point-wise. As we do get started with the second half, and we see most of the starters coming in there, and we're seeing them continue on that offensive onslaught with a nice layup there, going over both Baylor and Oakland.
Yeah, I was about to say, the two of the biggest players they're able to beat on the drive to the basket. Ooh, Oakland able to clean up that missed with a second chance opportunity. At least keeps it at 10 points here. But quick play down to Linwood.
Woo! Yeah, Linwood has been a really good offensive player so far in this game. I was going to say that was Oakland's first points, but Linwood's very quick to try and not make me say that.
Yeah, I mean, down low in the post, Oakland has been trying to be more of a defensive player, but the absolute speed of some of these Elites has been a little bit much for the Stars defense to keep up. As we see fast break opportunity there, big block by Baylor into the crowd. At least Will, just as I was saying, the speed being a problem, Baylor shows the strength to block the ball out of bounds. Still will stay with the Elites, though.
Yeah, but even then, even with the fact that they have plenty of time on the shot clock, some great effort there from Brandon, making sure that he still kept up with that offensive player. But still, the Elite still keeping strong, with McDonald doing a really good job offensively.
Yep, able to convert there off the inbound, and now Stars have to answer back down by 14. Brandon giving a screen. It's going to be Francois driving to the basket off that screen and able to convert. 20 points for him thus far, 17 for Linwood, the two top scorers on both teams. Down to Linwood in the post, giving it to the hot paw. Defense has someone come over to help, but not able to stop her. And she gets another basket.
Yeah, right now, Linwood just seems to be bullying Francois so far. They do have a distinct size advantage in that possession.
Ball brought back out to the perimeter.
Yeah, right now.
Oh,
Francois
wide
has a
open, going to
wide
elevate
open
the
lane.
Panther.
Whew. Now they really caught the Elite slipping there for that possession. Just seemed like nobody was at that lane to try and stop that one.
That was most likely a bad understanding of who was supposed to switch there, because you do not get left that open unless it's a fast break. I mean, there was no one around in the paint for the Panther. And now double teaming, it's going to be Obi. Given the ball, open look from beyond the arc is good. 3 points for them, 81 to 66 now.
Yeah, great defensive effort there from the Stars, but they going for that double team late probably wasn't the best move at that last possession to leave Violet open, but the Stars still trying to find a way to keep the offensive prowess going, but they need to get more stops here if they want to try to catch up in this game.
And Francois, another basket. Oh, this time it's going to be Linwood again.
Yeah, it just seems like Linwood just cannot be stopped within this game, and it's just becoming more and more of a tough situation for the Stars to be in. Like I said, we've seen the Elite be down by a good bit, and they were able to respond, but the Stars struggling to do so here within this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying as Brandon unable to convert. Sorry, that was McDonald with the massive dunk, and Linwood assisting on it. The Cheetah with the ball, giving her over to Obi. Calling for the screen, not able to, trying to dribble past the defenders, not able to get in, but able to convert the basket nonetheless. 17 points now.
Yeah, right now it just seems like the size of the Elite is becoming a really big factor within the game, especially when it comes to the guards. You see some very distinct height differences as McDonald once again with another steal.
Yeah, stealing it from the fellow Cheeto Amato. Now it's going to be Angel trying to convert, not able to, and Oakland forces Angel out of the way to get that defensive rebound. Her size playing a big factor there and being able to bully the bigger, I think Angel weighs more than the Bird, but didn't matter in the end. And Carter, been quiet in the second half, converting there. Linwood in the paint, not able to convert.
Yeah, now we're seeing that they're down by 15, a much bigger deficit compared to what the Elite have to deal with. We'll see if the Stars are able to try and catch things up, but they are going to make that basket there, so maybe we're starting to see the momentum switching a little bit.
Yeah, Dudonne, another basket there for the Black Panther. Trying to carry the team on his back, but honestly, double defense there, and it's going to be Oakland with the block.
Yeah, some great defense there from Baylor, and then Oakland with the help, getting a massive block there. It'll still be the Elite's ball, but only 10 seconds left in the shot clock, so they're going to have to find a way to get a clean play with the limited amount of time that they have left in this possession.
Yeah, and it's going to go the way Baylor going to pull it down. McDonald, a little bit quieter in the second half thus far besides that big dunk earlier. Now it's going to be Zhao Xing in the paint. Not able to convert against Sabathia.
Yeah, Zhao Xing not doing a really good job trying to lay it up and in, and we see another turnover there for the Stars. But we're seeing a much better effort here for the Stars to try and get things going as Zhao Xing able to get the quick dunk.
Well, if the layup doesn't work, you use both paws to shove it down the hole, apparently, according to the Zebra Okapai mix. I think that's his second basket thus far. And the fadeaway attempt. Oh, no. Going to dish it, actually, to Sabathia. No good. Zhao Xing going to battle for the rebound, pull it down. Stars, a chance to bring it back to single digits here. Parks driving to the basket, off the glass is good, and there we go, back within 9 now.
Yeah, and that's something you'd like to see here with being down as much as 15 within this game. Now with it getting back to single digits, they have the momentum. We'll see if they're going to continue here as we get another defensive effort there for the Stars, and we'll see they'll try to cut it down even more.
Yeah, Carter able to generate that steal, and Lopez off the screen, able to convert, and they're going to call timeout. Sub some players out, but it is a 7-point game for the Stars now with a little more than 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Still plenty of time for both teams to show off a bit here. So we see both teams.
Both teams making massive.
Making massive subs, getting the starters a chance to rest for the final quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And I gotta say that this it was looking pretty scary there for the Stars throughout the this third quarter. I'm not gonna lie, but as the game went on, the Stars are able to find ways to get some better opportunities. But now that the second unit is back on the court, they need to do whatever they can to try and not do what they did the last time they were out here.
Ooh, bad pass down on the post, and Wolfgang gonna intercept it, and that's one way to lose a lead or lose the momentum in a comeback is some turnovers. Category.
Yeah, and that's
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you really don't want to have the come ahead, and after a great effort from the starters and trying to see if they can continue that momentum from the bench, and it's just not seeming to be the case so far. It's like a pretty big differential between both sides. It's Carter's able to dunk it down though, so they are able to bring it back to single digits.
Well, you saw there the amount of turnovers that the Stars have had 9, and that's generated 15 points off of that. You know, that's a number you don't want to see, and a foul there will head to the line for 2, an opportunity to get some more work done from the charity stripe for the Elites. And I think the fouls have been going against the Stars more than the Elites here tonight.
Yeah, the Stars haven't been able to play very cleanly throughout this game, so they do have to try and clean things up as the game goes on, but so far the Elite taking a great advantage of that as they're up by double digits once again.
Good on both. Able to convert 11 points now. Parks gonna bring it up the court. Down low to McCartney. Fighting his way down the post, able to convert too. Great push down low to get that basket.
Yeah, right now McCartney's doing a really good job coming off the bench, using his own size to be able to get some of these baskets. Ooh,
I'm surprised that fell, but take it as is.
Hey, sometimes the basketball guys like to give you a treat now and then.
Alley-oop attempt to McCartney, able to convert. Parks to McCartney, easy basket there. That's 10 points now for the Alligator, down low in the post.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, coming off the bench having 10 points. That's a really good thing in that situation. If you are a player that's going to come off the bench this year, showing that offensive ability to be able to show that on a consistent basis would be pretty huge for McCartney.
Well, you're always looking for role players, players that change the pace. Is category long two there, almost a three-pointer with how far out they were. But not everyone is going to be a star player in the league. So even if you can just develop yourself as a role player, teams find value in that, and you can have a very long career in the FBA just being off a bench player. McCartney, cleaning it up and getting another basket there.
Yeah, and that's something you really want to put into in situations like this, because there are going to be some situations where players that expect to be a starter in this league starts off coming off the bench. It's just having the wherewithal to have that energy and still be able to show that effort coming off, and we are seeing that pretty well here.
And McCartney dishing it back to Parks, deciding to pull out with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, but down low in the post, finds a lane, gets fouled though. Category will have their second foul called against them. No one in any kind of foul trouble here tonight, though.
Yeah, for sure. But you have to admit, McCartney was not able to make that first one. It seems like they are really trying their best to feed him within the paint to get some kind of offensive prowess going.
Well, if it's working right now, you keep feeding him. But at the same time, you got to be careful not to become complacent and only dish down to him because the defense will make adjustments. But with that second free throw made, still a 10-point game. But not going to matter. Quick answer on the other end. I think that was
It was
Dunez.
Dunez.
Yeah. Ooh, behind the back pass to McCartney.
Woo.
Fancy there, but not able to convert. Showing off a little bit there on the ball handling skills, apparently. And foul going to be called against Facio.
Yeah, and that's something that you're going to see. The pass was very nice. It goes back to what you said. You can't over-rely on McCartney at this point in the game, as the Elites already hit the century mark, and we're not having hit the fourth quarter yet. Whew, this is a very high offensive game between both of these teams. But the Elite continuing on as they are up 101-87.
Yes, up by 14 at the moment. Carter just going to spot up shot from inside the paint, able to convert. That's 15. Perfect from the floor so far from the Frog.
Yeah, and that's something you probably you may want to look into, of probably getting Carter the ball a little bit more, trying to catch up, but it's not going to matter too much if the defense is just not there.
No, it really won't. I mean, the defense has to be shutting it down, and it might be requiring the starters to come back on the floor, as we saw Brandon and Oakland start to pick it up there at the end of their time in that third quarter. But now Carter with the ball. They're double teamed. First miss for her after being double teamed in the post, with the shot clock not giving a lot of time for her to figure a way out of it.
Yeah, and I think the Elite starts to realize that she could be in trouble if they start relying on her more. So double teaming makes a lot of sense there. But the Stars able to finally get a defensive stop that they needed, and we get a quick blocking foul from Dunez. That call could have gone either way, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, not only that, but a big block on the other end set up this opportunity, as the Stars will head to the line 4-2.
And the Stars are also going to be in the bonus. So from here on out, within this quarter at least, which is not that long.
I was about to say 11
yeah.
seconds, Marcus, really?
I mean, sometimes this is the first time we saw the bonus, so it's good to, make sure to let the fans know who are kind of new to this league that once you hit the bonus, every foul from there on out in that quarter, anyways, you'll go in the line no matter what.
Yep. Any shooting foul has a quick opportunity. Ooh, and Dunez able to answer the quick bucket. 1.2 seconds left. Maybe we'll see that half court heave. No, we won't.
Nope. But yeah, after 3 quarters, the Elite really taking control of this game as they're up by 14. 105-91.
Yeah, great scoring effort, and now it's on the Stars to see how much they can stem the bleeding. They don't want to see the Elites pull up by 20 or 30 here tonight. I mean, I'm not going to say you can count them out just yet, but you're going to have some difficulties as the clock winds down if you can't start shrinking this lead soon.
Yeah, now we're seeing Oakland onto the court right now, but again, not a good effort there for the Stars, as they need to find a way to get the momentum back on their side to try and play catch up.
Ooh, and a missed alley-oop opportunity there. Almost went in despite that. Zamato is going to be the one that come down with the ball. The Cheetah attacking the paint. One-on-one, dishing it back to Facio. Double team, Amato from beyond the arc is a little short, and Dunez will end up with the ball.
Yeah, it seems like the Elite are really relying on double teams to try and fluster the Stars here, and it's working wonderfully.
And right there, you saw a terrible matchup, as I think Francois was forced to guard one of the tallest players on the elites. Now Carter back to Amato. See the screen coming out for Oakland. But she's so far from the basket, not much she can do from out here. So she just gives it back to the cheetah, and he drives to the basket, double teamed, still able to convert.
That's a great possession there for Amato, and hadn't had a lot of scoring opportunities within this game, but seeing things like that is a great thing for any GM to see.
Yeah, being able to attack the basket like that, and an opportunity here for the Stars is the missed shot there from the elites. Carter, one-on-one, calling for the screen, not able to really get anything from it. Going to give it to Francois. Oakland has a great matchup in the post, but no. Trying to use a screen, trying to get Pippen up. No! Somehow able to find the way. Francois splitting the defense. I mean, being small does give you a little bit more of a window to slide through those small gaps in the defense. But to elevate over top of that and dunk it down is very impressive, as Dunez answers back with a little bit of a hook shot on the other end.
Yeah, some great things that we're seeing from Francois. That's certainly going to impress quite a lot of GMs with the way that he's been playing so far within this game. And I was going to say that could have continued there, but a missed three, so the Stars have a chance to extend this lead once again.
Well, not if the turnovers keep going the way of the Stars. Now Carter, all the way out on the perimeter, could have tried to take a three, but chooses not to, dishing down to Oakland. Great matchup. She's going to fight her way to the basket and lay it up and in.
And that's what you want to see from the Stars in general. Well, from Oakland specifically, because of the amount of size that she has, being able to use that big body to go help against any defender.
Yeah, just like that. Still a 12-point game. Hasn't really shrunk that much with 9 minutes and some change left to go. Is an opportunity for a quick breather for both teams and a chance to bring in the rest of the starters potentially.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Possibly trying to see if they get the starters in here to really kind of make some noise. And we see a nice miss there as Oakland is able to get the rebound.
Yeah, I think Linwood was doing a little bit of a heat check there. That was a difficult shot, but not able to convert. And that was Amato attacking the basket and laying it up and in. 10 points now.
And now the Stars slowly getting the momentum back. We'll see if that's going to continue here, as they do have both of their starting bigs back on the court. And as I was saying that, Oakland with a nice block there.
Very big. That was behind her, basically. She had to just throw her wing back and managed to catch the tip of it. And now, on the other end, Francois able to lay it up and in. That's 30 points tonight for the Black Panther, and he brings them back to single digits here.
Yeah, Francois really showing his strut here within this class. Really possibly looking at him to be a good starter for a young team, as Linwood goes for three, and Linwood able to answer right back.
Yeah, attacking from beyond the arc. We saw the three-point game be a big factor thus far for the elites, and they haven't really cooled off from out beyond the arc tonight. But Francois laying it up and in. 32. It's a battle between these two right now. 54 points shared between the two of them.
Yeah, both players doing a really good job offensively, but Francois showing that he is able to go ahead and get a strong offensive prowess going, but it's a great battle between these two.
That it is. And Linwood from beyond the arc again. Can she convert? No, but it's going to be Angel cleaning it up, able to convert the missed shot into some second chance points.
Yeah, not really much of a defensive way to box her out a little bit, so not a great effort there, but Baylor looking to possibly try and clean things up as he's able to get the basket down.
Nine-point game. Stars still in it despite the struggles earlier in the game. But McDonald finding Linwood down the post. Defense not able to stop her at all as she continues to add to her point total here tonight.
And right now, the Elite is really utilizing the more opportunities that they have throughout the game. But Francois is just looking automatic. We might see a 40-point game from Francois if this rate keeps at this rate, if it keeps going up like this.
Yeah, and that was a great double clutch. You saw him pull the ball back down, so the defenders did not have a chance to swat it. He kind of baited them with that. It's very risky, though, pulling it down because the players that are on the ground have an opportunity to have a chance at it. And the defense for the Stars comes up with a stop, a chance to whittle away even more here. And you have to imagine Francois is going to be the one to be given the ball here every possession at the rate he's going.
Yeah, for sure. And instead, we do see Oakland try to clean up. And that's another thing you got to look into is the amount of size the Stars has on the bigs between Oakland and Baylor. You have to imagine that that's just something you have to look out too between the both of them.
Yes, and Linwood, obviously, for the Elites, going to be given the ball. The step-back jumper is good. She is feeling it tonight. That is her 26th point in the game thus far, on her way to 30 as well.
Yeah, and so far it just seems like that they're just going to let Linwood shine throughout as Francois doing the same thing, laying it up and in. It just seems like those two are just taking over this game.
Very much so. And, ooh, Linwood, great dunk there.
Yeah, right now they just can't seem to find any kind of answer for Linwood. Like, she has been all over the place so far, especially here in the fourth quarter.
Francois double teamed, and that's the problem now. The defense is going to start shutting him down. He's a threat, and the Stars are going to do the same to Linwood's. Ooh, Baylor able to at least stop the bleeding. Not a block there, but good enough defensive pressure to stop Linwood down in the post.
Yeah, a little bit concerning after he went right by him, but Baylor trying to do everything he can to try to help the team catch up. Some great effort on both ends of the court.
Yeah, 7 points here. Obi, it's been a threat from beyond the arc. You can't leave Violet open at all out there, which is where the double teaming of Linwood becomes a problem. But no, Violet gets a good screen and able to dunk it down. They were so concerned about the perimeter game that Obi took advantage in the paint. And now time is becoming a problem. Zamato blocked.
Yeah, the Stars trying to force it that time, and it's not going to look good. But Linwood trying to extend it, but a very good break there for the Stars. She was wide open there.
A huge break. I mean, that would have been the absolute final nail in the coffin, in my opinion. But Carter able to take advantage of that miss and use a fast break to get a layup easily on the other side. And now Linwood one-on-one. Fading away, no good. Kind of forcing her shots at the moment as the lead is slowly being whittled down as Oakland flying down the court, able to get the fast break dish from Carter. 5-point game that was once a 15.
Yeah, you got to say that even though that both teams have really answered from their deficits, and you got to be more impressed with the Stars considering they're down by 15 at one point. But now Linwood able to cut that out pretty quickly with that shot, as Linwood is now has 30 points, I believe, with that basket.
Yeah, big game tonight, and Francois not able to convert on the other end. Angel
get a nice dish there.
Yeah, Angel able to just lay it up and right in. Easy basket there, pushing it back 2-9. Now the Stars, 2 minutes. A number of errors they can make have dwindled dramatically. They cannot afford missed possessions here. As Baylor fighting his way to the basket, not able to convert over the two defenders. Hodgson's dishing out to McDonald, who has a fast break down to Angel, up against Oakland, and able to convert. And just like that, 11 points, and that might be it.
Yeah, I think that might be the game here. Is the Stars doing some great efforts trying to come back to about 6 or 5 points into this game, but the Elites are showing to be a little bit too much late. And now Linwood is able to get the N1 opportunity after Brandon fouled him.
Yeah, she'll get an opportunity here to push it to 14, and I think that's it. That's game. The Elites I think the 14-point game is a little too much to try and overcome at this point. So now it's just about showing off and getting some good baskets. As McCartney coming back in off the bench, a little bit fresher legs, able to dunk it down. But even then, the Elites can just stand there and burn the clock, and they have such a possession lead. But no, they want to keep attacking.
I mean, at this point, why not? With even though even though the game is basically over, you still want to show everything that you can within this game. And right now, the Elites has just done an excellent job so far. And while I would say that this has not been the greatest game, if you're looking for great defensive play or a team that's looking for a more defensive-minded player on their squad, you can't help but be impressed with how well both teams have been able to shoot on the basket, considering the situation.
Yeah, and I mean it's definitely a lot of one-on-one individual shining moments where players had to generate their own opportunities, but it's also been some good teamwork. We've seen a lot of good passing leading to easy buckets, and that's always good to see. Like I say, court awareness is a skill that you can't really quantify. You see it or you don't, and seeing some of the players make some of these passes is great to see.
Yeah, for sure. And I gotta say, I've been really impressed with some of the centers that we have seen so far within the game, and we do see the Stars able to cut it down to 10, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it for this game, as the Elite will get the dub, 133 to 123.
Yeah, great game from both teams, honestly. I mean, the turnovers from the Stars might be a bit of an issue long term to look at as we scroll on down. Carter, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Great game. But obviously, Francois, 36 points. Absolutely came out. Started struggling there in the fourth quarter, though. Baylor also put up good numbers, 16 points, 8 rebounds. And there was the defense. Oakland, 3 blocks. You want to talk about looking for defense? Looking at Oakland, an absolute monster down low in the post. And you can't imagine what kind of damage she'll do once she's in the FBA. And McCartney, coming off the bench, as you said, just absolutely converting every opportunity that was presented to him. The alligator getting those uh, buckets down, pretty much handed the ball sometimes and able to convert. And we'll switch on over to the elites, and obviously Linwood, big game from her. Shooting kind of started to fall off in the fourth quarter, finished just above 50%. Angel and McDonald contributing well as very consistent 7 of 13, 8 of 12. Violet 6 and 9. Again, the field goal percentage from the elites was just through the roof of their main starters. Dunez coming off the bench, 10 points. Spathia getting a block in and a steal. Some defense. Again, the blocks definitely went the way of the Stars, but the elites were able to get those turnovers just at such a higher quantity and spread across multiple players.
Yeah, looking into the team comparisons, as things have really kind of started weighing down, the Elites just really kind of took over the game and never looked back. And I think the biggest thing is the fact that the Stars made too many costly turnovers, and really also the bench not really coming up to par outside of Mc, McCartney.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the final score at the end of the day, uh, 9 turnovers for the Stars, and the Elites scored 15 points off of that. That right there would be a two-possession game if that was even. Obviously, the threes came out in full force from the rookies, the Elite side, uh, and you have to give props to them, especially with their second chance opportunities. The Stars had a big advantage in that early on, but the Elites had a big advantage of that early on, but the Stars slowly worked their way back in. It was, I think, Oakland that really stepped up her second chance opportunities. But great game for both of them as we see a 17-point lead that they managed to get back within 5 is a great show of grit from the Stars players here tonight.
100%. I think that with both teams being down big and able to kind of catch up to make it somewhat of a game. That's something that you want to see, honestly. Like there are going to be situations like this where a lead will be too difficult to overcome. But the big thing in these situations is, can these players be able to still be within it throughout it to try and keep having a chance? And we've seen the Stars do it quite a few times, just not able to possibly make it more interesting to try and tie things up. It just was a little bit too much offensively.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they had a great comeback, and obviously the Elites had to come back from an early deficit. They didn't let that though slow them down in the end, but all the players are going to go take a little bit of a rest, have an opportunity to catch their breath, as we're going to see some players swap teams, and we're going to see a whole new set of starters have an opportunity to get going. Hopefully, uh, they had an opportunity to warm up in this game one. They can bring some energy and fire straight out the gate in game two. Anything you want to say before we take a break, Marcus?
No, I'm just gonna say that this is a very exciting time seeing all these young players be able to show out, and I'm sure there are plenty of players within this game that has impressed some of these GMs, and we'll see how well this raised some of their stock.
Yeah, and we'll be right back after this short break, so everyone keep tuning in.